I should not even be talking about this movie. I mean, I feel like the title alone gives away the movie pretty much. It's just an ugly movie all around. It makes sense why it was released on streaming services rather than on theaters, because that was going to be a mega flop. I did not think it would be as bad as it is. It really does exceed levels of dog shittery that I could have not even imagined. And we talking writing, we talking CGI, we talking world building, we talking lines, we basically everything. Like even acting wise, I don't think anybody even tried. I feel like this was just like the easiest paycheck ever for every cast member, because they knew this, they probably just knew. This is definitely one of the worst movies I've seen all year. That was something, and I want to get into it because I obviously it was on Netflix, so I saw it on Netflix, and I could not help but write down all the fucking garbage throughout the movie. I was pausing in the movie and just like giving a live review. I wish I was recording myself through it because it would have been a more authentic review. I should do that more for streaming services movies, but we'll get into it. Let's start off by one of the most stupidest things. We don't know this up until like 40 minutes into the game. The main character's name is Tally. Everybody has a first name. We have David, we have Tally, we had Chris, we have Mackenzie. I think I don't know. Everyone's forgettable in the movie. Ashley Tisdale, I think. Ashley, whatever. A bunch of one names, right? And for some reason, the main character is the only one that has a first name and a last name. And you want to know her last name? Youngblood. Yes, her name is Tally Youngblood. She's a brother, man. Like, I swear, it was when she said, "I'm Tally Youngblood," like it just felt so out of place. Because you had Dr. Cable, like everybody had like only like one name, and for some reason she was Tally Youngblood. I don't know, like it just felt out of place, and also adding Youngblood, like my brother. Literally 5 minutes into the no, actually like 10, 15 minutes into the movie, she had a Cinderella moment where she like literally just like dressed as a princess just walking down the city because nobody gives a fuck. The movie just revolves around uglies being separated from pretties and you wanting to get plastic surgery to become pretty. That's the whole premise of the movie, literally. And there's a fucking rebellion for it because people don't want to be pretty. People just want to be themselves, which I guess is a valid, especially nowadays where everyone just wants to get plastic surgery. I think like nowadays that's like meta, right? Thanks to the Kardashians and whatnot. Bro, a whole ass fucking universe revolving around this. To me, that already as a premise, that's fucking stupid. So after all of that happens, you can already tell, like, since the first minute of this movie has had like horrible CGI. Like it was uninteresting. You had this cyberpunk-ish looking city where it just looks bad. Then you have a skateboarding scene with a hoverboard, and it's the most disgusting looking thing. Like it looks like a PS2 video game, honestly, cutscene. It's pretty bad. Which leads to her meeting the secondary character. I forgot her name, man. I don't like. Again, this movie is forgettable as fuck. I had to look her up. Her name was Shay. And Shay, we're following Shay, and they like all of a sudden, like miraculously, they share the same birthday. So the reason her and Shay meet is because she had this friend at the very beginning of the movie. She had this friend called Nose, and Nose got to be pretty because every time they turn 18 or their birthday or whatever the fuck it was, they go get the surgery and they become pretty, and then they go to the pretty city. What happens is his birthday is like 2 or 3 months prior to Tally's birthday. So he goes on first. And then she goes, "I don't want you to change. I love you how you are." And he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to change, I swear." And then he goes and changes. And then they were like, "Okay, so in 2 months, let's meet under a bridge. Fuck the pretty shit. Let's just meet up." And then he just rejects her. That's why she goes into the city, have the Cinderella moment, and all of that stuff. When she goes to look for Nose in the city, Nose goes, "Bitch, I like it here. Like, I don't give a fuck about you no more. We not best friends forever no more. Hey, I don't like you no more, bitch. I'm pretty. I don't need an ugly bitch no more. And then she gets heartbroken and then goes back, and that's where she meets Shay. And then, like, a couple days, months later, I don't fucking know. I lost track of time. Nose comes into her dorm because the uglies live in dorms, like nothing happened. Like, oh, I really did miss you, and I'm sorry for treating you like that. It's just very different over there, and I really do love you. We were best friends. It's like, it, it's ridiculous. That meetup was a little bit forced and ridiculous and out of place. I also can't emphasize enough how many fake deaths moment this movie had. It's like it was baiting deaths and shit. Like when she went into the city, when she infiltrated the city, it faked her death like 5 times. Like the police, she fell off a building, police were chasing her, she almost fell, police chased her again, then she got on the hoverboard, fell from it, then after that she got on again on the hoverboard, and it faked another death, and then on the hoverboard it faked yet another death, and then she jumped off a helicopter, another fake death. At the end of the movie, she jumped off of something else, another fake death. It was just like this barrage of like wanting you to care and adding like suspense to the movie when nobody really gives a fuck about Tally Youngblood. I'm not gonna lie to you, or anybody in this movie. But they just felt forced to do it. Also, in one of those moments, she defies the laws of physics and strength, because when she jumps off of a helicopter, she grabs Shay from the ground because she fell from the helicopter. She grabs Shay from the ground. She's holding on to a rope with one hand, no leg strength at all because her feet are dangling, and she has Shay right here like this, like she's hugging Shay, holding one hand. I have never seen a woman that lanky and that strong, or just anybody that strong in my entire life. She has to be fucking Hulk on steroids, like far beyond steroids, something beyond comprehension, because holding a human being with one fucking hand for over 10 minutes on a helicopter ride, like 30 fucking feet above the ground, that to me was like, I was like, wow, this is, wow. 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 I need her gym routine because I'm trying to be like that. And we like, I can go on and on about like shitting on this movie. Like there's so much, like the dialogue itself, it's one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever seen. There's one line where she betrays people, right? She betrays people because Dr. Cable wanted to know that there was a rebellion against Dr. Cable because people did not want to get the surgery. So she made Tally infiltrate that place so she can bring them to them and take into custody and fuck them and then make them pretty and then fuck them again. When she betrayed them, they obviously, the main guy, the main like leader of the rebellion, did not trust her. And then you know what she said? He said, "I don't trust you." And she said, "You don't have to trust me. You just have to follow me." Bro, I was eating chicken nuggets. I spit it out and I went, "What the fuck?" Like I cannot believe those words came out of her mouth. Like I don't know how you write that and you go, "Now that's deep." Brother, following you is the same shit as trusting you. Like that doesn't make any sense, bro. I can still like you can follow me into the enemy and get me killed. Like it doesn't make what the fuck? It doesn't make sense. Another thing that stood out to me, I'm just saying the things that stood out to me, was at the end of the movie, they finally confronted Dr. Cable, and they had this helicopter with like a machine gun flamethrower, and then the machine gun flamethrower is outside of the window from her like office, and Dr. Cable, which is like a girl / trans, basically is what it's giving, and I swear to God, when she sees the helicopter about to kill her, she goes, all my life, she fucking had an orgasm when she saw that. She went, I swear, bro, I fucking lost it. That was the first time in the movie I was like, okay, That's the that's the highlight of the movie because that was so uncalled for. You could have said like a shit, a fuck, a oh my god, or something, but no, she had a fucking full on orgasm before getting flamed. I cannot make this shit up. And to top it all off, actually, two more things to finish this pile of shit up. Two more things. First, before the movie ends, before we get the ending, they get trapped, right? And there's no way to escape, right? Because Dr. Cable is too fucking powerful. So you know what Tally Youngblood says? She stands in front of this like abandoned building, hands like this, and she goes, "I'm Tally Youngblood. Make me pretty." And then we cut to her being pretty. It's just like it's so dumb. And you want to know what's worse? This is my final pointer. You want to know what's worse about the movie? It's a setup for a universe because it ends on a cliffhanger. Bro, nobody's gonna watch this pile of shit, bro. You can keep that second movie. I fucking lost it when I saw like the fact that they're trying to make this shit a universe. Nobody cares. Nobody's interested. You can fucking keep it, save your money, and like invest it on I don't know cocaine or something to actually do something good with. Because my god, this is literally one of the worst movies of this year, let alone probably this decade. There's so much wrong with the movie. There's really just nothing that works for it. Literally, this movie's just bad. It's just trash. It's like a waste of time. It's fun bad to a degree. Like it starts as fun bad, but then it ends. It tries to go too deep and too woke, and it just ruins the fun badness and just blatantly becomes straight up boring. It's just becomes straight up boring, and the dialogue and acting and just everything, just like it all just crumbles in with each other. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work, and it's really just a waste of time and money in all departments. So yeah, giving this movie a rating, I'm just gonna give it like a 1. Like I laughed quite a bit, but it's disgusting. It's an ugly movie. It's an abysmal movie, really. It's down there with Borderlands. It's down there, absolutely. It's really bad. So yeah, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Take my word for it. Don't watch it.